We're going to get through this, but I want people to know in this country, mothers, fathers, single mothers, that this cannot be tolerated, and you should not vote for Kamala, because voting for Kamala would do things like this.
Pastor disrupted a Wake County School Board meeting, calling out district leaders and refusing to leave. This comes after a high school student told the board that she was uncomfortable reading and discussing a passage in class that she described as incestual.
Say her name. Justice for Lorena Benson. I can't, sir.
At this point, I must instruct you to leave.
Vocal about his conservative views, Pastor John Amanchkwu challenges school boards across the country.
You are breaking the law.
He refused to leave the podium after his 3 minutes for public comment were up during the Wake County School Board meeting.
You should be removed.
The school board chairman called it a publicity stunt.
This graphic, ancestral sexual language should not be taught in any class, much less an honors English class. I am deeply bothered and deeply disappointed.
District officials declined an on-camera interview, citing privacy laws for students and personnel. However, they say they're evaluating the appropriateness of the assignment.
Could you imagine your 15-year-old daughter coming to the school board and reading a message and telling the board that she feels traumatized because she was forced to read a pornographic book? I mean, can you imagine? This is sad. This is sad. You can arrest me, sir. Justice for Lorena. Justice! Let everybody, I'll leave. Let me, one thing. Let everybody be sure and know this. Yes, watch this. They are kicking me out. You see how he's grabbing me? But he won't grab a book, though. He won't remove these school board leaders. He'll grab my arm, but he won't remove a book. And he has kids in this district. What a shame.
So this man named here, his name is John Amanchkwu. He's a pastor, and he's also an activist who, travels nationally, and he confronts school boards. When I came across this news, I was so mad, because here we are dealing with the same school system that, teach kids to stay away from drugs. I remember when I was in school, we had the DARE program. And so it's the hypocrisy that kids are not allowed to do drugs, but they are being forced to read pornography in school. Like, how is learning about incest beneficial to a child? Last time that I checked, incest is what leads people to do drugs. Now, if you've been following the content, you know that I've even made videos about Diddy. And isn't it interesting that schools are allowing what he was arrested for? Like, make that make sense. See, this is the government's way of imposing on parents' rights. But you know what? We didn't have this problem until Joe Biden, sleepy self, got into office and signed the Equality Act. And this is why I say, if you are a Christian and you are supporting Kamala, you are not a Christian. Sorry, your faith is dead, because Kamala Harris is clearly the doorway to Christian persecution. And so it's like, okay, if they are allowing kids to learn this in schools, how much longer would it be until incest is made legal in America? These things will no longer make the news because it's no longer considered a crime. And that's what they want. They want evil, things that are clearly evil, to become normal. Now, this next story I have for you, you've probably seen this sister on my channel before. Her name is Bevelyn Williams. She's only been a mother and a wife for a short period of time. And this is because she was convicted for unlawful assembly for 3.5 years for preaching outside of abortion clinics. And so here are a few clips coming from her and then her husband that I have for you.
I woke up this morning and my husband got the news and he didn't want to wake me. He kind of just let me sleep until I got up with the baby. So, what's been going on? We put in a stay of appeal with the judge, basically requesting for me to have a bail. I've been out on bail this entire time, fighting this case. I've been assigned a self-surrender, right? So the judge trusted me enough to surrender myself on my own to jail. And so we put in a stay of appeal, hoping that I could stay home on bail while I appeal my case. The judge denied it. And so a facility has been assigned to me. I'm turning myself into the FCI Aliceville facility in Alabama. I go tomorrow. I will be turning myself in tomorrow there. So in the meantime, the good news is we don't have to deal with this judge anymore. I really wanted to think well of this judge. I really wanted, even though she was so harsh with me at sentencing, and even though she treated me so badly, I really wanted to think well of this judge. I prayed for her, and I'm still praying for her. But she just, man, she represents every woman that just shouldn't be in power, because there are not all women, but women like her that will use bias and emotion against you. They're the worst. Sometimes the biggest threat to women isn't men, it's women. Sometimes that's our biggest threat. When you have women that are not girls and are just vicious, they are sometimes the most worst to other women. And this judge, she was ruthless. She was ruthless with me. She basically was like, you got a bunch of supporters. You'll be good without your daughter. And, I think you're a danger to the streets. I think that you will never stop. And you're a danger to society. That's what the judge told me. He looked me in my face and told me. And I just, man, she really is an embarrassment to women in leadership. She really is. And it's a sad thing to see. And so, yeah, I'm going. I put my information up on the video, my inmate number, where you guys can write me at if you want to write me. If you want to put something on my books, you can put it on my books. But I will say, the good news is, y'all, ministry doesn't stop in jail. Did I want to go? Of course not. Do I want to go? No, I don't. I don't want to go. Cried about it 1,000 times. I don't even think I have enough tears to cry about it. I want to be with my husband and my daughter, but that's not happening right now. Will it change in the future? Possibly so. But right now, no, it's not happening. No, it's not justice, Amy. It's not justice. You're right. It's not justice. It's Project 25. It's what they tried to put it on Trump, but this is exactly what they're doing. They're putting people that they don't like politically in a prison. But I will tell you this testimony, you guys. On my inmate paper, right, it says my level of crime. So this is the thing. When you go to federal, my cousin put me on everything. She told me everything that happened. So she gave me an update. She said, when you get there, they already looked you up. They already know who you are. Okay? They already know what you're about. She said, so on my inmate, you get a category. That's how people know. If you like a molester, they're going to know, because you get a category on you when you go to prison. So on my assignment paper, my category, the reason my offense is unlawful assembly. I'm going to post it. My inmate assignment number is unlawful assembly. That's where I'm going. I'm going to a non-violent, low-level security jail. And it is unlawful assembly. That is what the jail they put me in. Unlawful assembly. So, all of this, me being violent, all of this stuff like that, no. Don't let the media play you. Don't let the media play you. I'm going to jail, and my category of offense is unlawful assembly. I'm going to post it. And this is from the federal, this is the FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigations. That's why I'm going to jail. For 3.5 years, y'all. I got sentenced to 3.5 years for unlawful assembly. I believe that speaks for itself. And I believe that y'all did everything y'all could. Everybody, I mean, you guys went past my budget to support me. Y'all went over beyond anybody on here. Y'all did what y'all needed to do. Y'all had my back through this thing, and y'all rode with me. And, you know, obviously y'all gonna have to stick it out, but I don't believe I'm asking of too much for y'all, because I believe that even if I told y'all not to have my back, y'all would, because y'all know this is evil. So Gino, why you making me cry? Oh, God. It's just my daughter. She's good though. My daughter's good. I got a team of people set around her, so she's good. But she's never really been without her mother or her father. You know, he works, but he works from home, and I'm a stay-at-home mom. So this gonna be a little challenging. But she's tough. Ellie's smart, and Ellie's tough, and Ellie's gonna make it through this. And my husband he's a little wrecked right now. He's wrecked emotionally. I'm trying to stop crying, but we keep crying. But guess what? I don't regret it. I don't regret it at all. I don't regret it. If it could rewind time, I would have did it again. I did not slam that woman's hand on the door. She lied. She lied in the courtroom. She lied. She lied. She blatantly lied. She even got the hands mixed up. But the jury didn't care. But this is the same jury that said that Trump was guilty. They just, I mean, the same court, the same type of people. So, you know, sometimes the New Yorkers, when it comes to abortion or anything like that, when they don't like you politically, they don't care. They don't care how they do you. But then, oh, this just goes to show y'all how much y'all vote. Vote is so important. Y'all have to vote. Y'all cannot let Kamala get in. That's Kamala's administration. That woman who sentenced me, that's Kamala's administration. This is what Kamala has been doing the whole time. Before she ever became, which as soon as she touched foot as an AG in San Fran, she was putting people under the jail. She gets a joy out of that. She don't care about you being separate from your family. She don't care about none of that. This is the epitome of Jezebel. This is a feminist movement. And now you're watching the vibe between women and men, because you're starting to see, like, these women, they don't care about America first. These women, they get this power and they operate from emotion, and they don't care about America. They don't care about nothing. They don't care about a person's life. They'll accuse a guy of rape in a second for a check. They'll tarnish their name, tarnish their character. These women we've allowed these women in power to become out of control. And any woman who is a leader that is not power pressed will understand exactly what I'm saying. Because not every woman is like this. But you have a Jezebel spirit in a lot of these women in power. And they are out of control. And we are watching it. These people are out of control. These women, they don't care. They're out of control. We've given them too much. And now they're hurting other women. The one thing that they were supposed to be for. If I had a male judge, I'm telling you right now, even if that male judge didn't like me, that male judge wouldn't have did that to me. A male judge would have had some type of leniency on me, because it's in the man's innate nature to want to protect a woman, want to help a woman in some way, shape, or form. That judge did me so dirty. And she used her emotions to abuse power. She used her emotions against my views on abortion to abuse power. And now, yes, 3.5 years for unlawful assembly. That's where we at. If you don't go out and vote, if you ain't made your voice known, don't talk to me about politics. Don't say nothing to me. And please, if you in my face, be smart. Don't tell me to my face you didn't vote, because you're gonna gag at the treatment that I'm gonna treat you, because I'm not feeling that. Y'all need to go and vote, because it is lit. Y'all say, oh, well, our vote don't matter. Well, you found out. It does. It does. Who you put in will determine how inflation looks, will determine how the friends that you know that you saw every day it will vote to those who call good evil and evil good. When you don't vote, the people that are evil will call it good, and the people that are good will be called evil. You watching it. This is real life. This ain't for fake. I'm going to put up the paperwork. This ain't fake. This is real. So, yeah, that's it, y'all. God bless y'all. Thank y'all.
So right now, I'm about to drive my wife to a federal facility. She has to surrender herself there. And this is due to the Harris Biden administration. And any husband in this country, anyone that's married knows, any mother, any father knows that separation from your loved one, separation from a mother and a daughter at 2 years old is traumatic, and no American citizen should have to experience this in this country. Obama has the audacity to speak to black men and tell black men they need to vote for Kamala Harris, when Kamala Harris administration is separating me from my wife and my wife from her daughter at 2 years old, for unlawful assembly. My wife is facing 3.5 years for unlawful assembly and federal time, y'all. Okay, federal time. And it's devastating for our family, but we're gonna get through this. But I want people to know in this country, mothers, fathers, single mothers, that this cannot be tolerated, and you should not vote for Kamala, because voting for Kamala would do things like this, right? It's unacceptable, and yeah, that's what I have to say. That's what I have to say regarding.
And this is why it is foolish. You can get mad, come at me in the comments. It is what it is. But it is foolish, especially if you are a black American, to even fix your mouth to say, I'm with Kamala. Because the same chameleon that's Indian one day, and then she's black the next, will lock you, your sons, your daughters up with the quickness. 3.5 years for protesting against murder, for stopping murder. And so it's just understanding that these things, this persecution that's happening, is not something, that just happened. No, these things are very intentional. Very intentional. And so if you would like to support John Amanchkwu, I know he just put out a documentary. I'm thinking off the top of my head, but I believe it's called 22 Words. If you would like to support him, I will put his information in the description box below. And also for the Williams family, if you would, like to write her, I will be sure to put all that information in the description box below. But that's all I have for you today. Remember to get out and vote. Bless.